Hello friends, welcome to the farm.
Today we're doing some DIY Christmas decorations in the wood shop. All right, so my DIY Christmas video we did last week got him in the mood to do some DIY projects. So what are you doing, dear?
Yeah, I think we can have some fun here with some old wood that we have in the barn. We're going to root through it. I have a few ideas. I think I'd like to make two large decorations for the front porch.
Okay.
Like one Christmas tree and one, I saw somewhere a picture of it. I can't find it anymore, but it was a large Christmas ball that's just two-dimensional, you know? I think it could look good. And I think what's going to make it really fun is that we have some old wood that we're going to repurpose, and it's going to look different than all the modern Christmas arrangements. So.
They'll be one of a kind, that's for sure.
So the first thing here, we need to root around through all of the wood that's up behind us here in the barn. So come on up. It's a little dirty, but put your old shirt on. Come on up with us. All right, we have 2 or 3 places here in the barn where we keep all the scrap wood. Keep it out of the way, the kids playing, and you know, all of the hay and straw that we have. So this is one area here. Some of it's just all mixed together, miscellaneous stuff. Some of it, like I know this is flooring that was on the floor here that went between the first floor and the upper floor here. And that's some wide pine. That'll be nice. I know that we've got some different things, like, well, here's some pieces of real thick pine. Again, it's not planed out, it's got a live edge on it. Oh, look, like in here, these are like old fence posts. This is probably black locust, and these posts have been outside, you know, for 80 or 100 years or so to get this kind of really weathered look. So I might try to cut some of these down. This will be a challenge in the shop to make it useful. Oh, and look back here. These are pieces from the old silo. There was an old wooden silo here years ago, and this is one all along the side where they would take sections of the silo down. They had a ladder where they went up, and then they would crawl in and then throw the feed down. So, boy, that'd be fun to use. That's why I kept some of them. I'm just not sure what I'm going to use it for. But that's what all of this wood is. Makes it so interesting. So I'm not really sure how it's going to come out, but I'm really excited about trying to, oh, look at this. This is an old piece of oak. I can tell by and that's kind of weathered. And it looks like it was like a part of a door frame or something with this. Like it had a latch, a board that went through for a latch. So it's kind of fun trying to figure out what these things were used for. And then over here, we have some old doors that were part of the barn. And this is fascinating. I don't know. And it's got some whitewash on it. It's pretty neat looking stuff. I love the old holes in it. But I got actually 3 doors here. I don't know if I can use these or not. Have hinges on the parts. But I'm going to start sorting through this. Brenda, can you help pull these down? We'll throw them in a pile, and then we'll take them in the wood shop to see if we can use them. Okay. All right?
What are we doing?
Let me pull a few of these aside. Look at these. Some of these have the white on them.
Whitewash.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wood up here. A lot of wood.
I'm going to throw these aside, take them down. There's a big old nail sticking out of that one.
I need to come up with some more ideas, things you'd make.
Yeah. But look at these planks. That's like 14-inch, 15-inch wide planks.
They are so cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's put it over here on the edge. And then we can go down below and get it. Hey, look at this piece, Brenda, from over the barn door.
That looks nice.
It's got so live edge on it. The only problem, it's really long. Oh my goodness, look at that. I wonder if I can use this.
It is long.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be, I think this is going to be perfect for the one that I want to use. All right, I'm going to see if I can get it down here. All right, I'm going to work on the Christmas tree project first. Do you remember that long board that I carried coming out of the barn? Well, I did a rough chop on it, and it's now laying on the floor here in front. And I'm trying to finalize the design in my head. And I generally do a little bit of it before I start, but it's kind of a work in progress. So I think what I've decided on is I found a rough cut 2-inch pine that I'm going to use for the backing of it for the trunk. So I've got it all placed upside down. And then, so I'm going to cut it to size here using the chop saw. And then I have to stain it so that it's an appropriate color. And then I think I'm going to actually screw all the boards on it and then use the jigsaw to give a little bit of a, you know, an interesting look to it. So we'll have to see how that comes out. Right now though, I'm going to use the chop saw to cut some of the old flooring. And it's kind of neat because we're going to use this for the presents that go under the tree. And as you can see, this board here has some very old whitewash on it. So I think it's going to make a pretty cool presents to go under the tree. You know, Brenda, we're fortunate. We had a nice day today because it's been very cold and kind of windy.
Yeah, today's really pretty.
Yeah, we got to keep moving on this to get it going. Get ready for decorating for Christmas.
Yeah, it's time. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. I like to decorate right after Thanksgiving.
Hey, this was a good choice of stain. I guess you found it.
I just found it in the stairway, so it works.
Yeah, so this is perfect because this is a white pine, and you know, it's perfect for a Christmas tree. So all I have to do is finish staining this up, and then this is going to be the trunk behind the tree. And I don't think I'm going to stain or do anything to the wood. It's very old and rustic. I think it's going to be interesting.
What about linseed oil?
Oh, we could do that too. Yeah, that could darken it up.
That'd be good to protect it too.
Yeah, it's good because I don't know. This might get some snow on the porch.
We do sometimes.
Yeah. So this, I've been trying to set up a wood shop in here, and I don't have enough room to have a dedicated wood shop. So I've been buying some used equipment and some new, putting it on equipment rollers and platforms. So whenever I have a project, the truck comes out of here, and I spread out all of my equipment and get ready to go. So I think that's going to work out pretty good. So what got me started on this project of setting up a shop is I had an old Craftsman table saw that Brenda's uncle gave us. And that thing worked amazing. And we probably had it for 40 years.
I was going to say, it was old when he gave it to you.
Yeah. And it kept working, to my disappointment, because I figured that I'd be able to buy a new one when that one stopped working. Well, eventually it did, and it just wasn't cutting it. So I went out and got a nice saw, and since grandkids and others are going to be using it, I went for the safer saw that's called the Saw Stop. So if you get your hand on the blade, boom, it stops it right away. So, but it also happens to be a very nice saw in addition to the safety equipment. All right, I have the boards placed on the trunk here, and I'm screwing them in good. You know, we might have to go feed the cows. Cows are next door, and they're complaining that they haven't had dinner yet. Hey guys, I'm trying to make a video over here, and you're making a bunch of noise. Listen, I'll make a deal with you. I'll feed you a little bit early if you're quiet. You gonna be quiet? Huh? All right, come on in. Come on in. All right, here you go. Early dinner. Yeah, early dinner. You guys just assume because you can see me that I'm coming to feed you every time. Every time. Yeah. Yeah. All right, remember our deal, all right? All right, we have all of the branches secured to the trunk, and now it's time to trim them. So I'm trying to put a little bit of a flare to them and not just 45, 45, 45 the whole way up. So hopefully that's not a mistake. We'll soon find out. Well, the cuts went pretty well, I think. Now I just have to clean it up, and we're going to see what it looks like underneath and see if we need to put any oil or treatment on this. I'm guessing that we will. We'll at least try it, see what it looks like. But look at all this dust and dirt. I'd love to know when this wood was first cut. You know, there's a good chance it was cut right when the barn was made at 1885. So it's got a lot of character to it. So I think we're on the right track. All right, we're back in the corner of the garage or the workshop area. I've moved most of the lumber out, but I still have some of the doors here. And actually, I want to use one of these doors to make another Christmas tree for the porch. So some of them I don't want to use because, like these, we've used them inside for a couple dividers, and who knows, we might need them again. So I'm not going to do that. This one's just an old shed. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know. We have a couple other doors here that are original with the house, and who knows how we might use them. I hate to do it. And same with this one, it's original to the house. And boy, look at all that chip. But if you like chippy, boy, that's a chippy door, isn't it?
I like chippy.
So here's a door that I don't think is original. It's not like the 4-panel doors throughout the house, and it's broken, so I don't feel bad about cutting it up. So I think I'm going to cut this one into a small tree, and I'll probably paint it and put it next to near the other one for some contrast. All right, now it's the next day, and it's even colder. It's just a few degrees above freezing, but I need to keep the project going. So this morning, I just made a simple stand for this tree, which was the door, and I think it's going to hold it up fine. In the process, I did have the top of the tree, which is the door, come off, so I had to re-glue it. No problem. So I think it was smart to do it this way, so now I can paint it while it's standing up and don't have to roll it over. So up next is I need to make a stand for the big tree. I love this tree. We're still trying to decide what to do, whether I just put linseed oil over it, or maybe I even feather in just a little bit of like the hunter green on it. So I won't know until we try it, but stick around to see what happens. All right, I finished making the stand. I found a piece of heavy, original 2-inch, like 2x12, and I ran it through the table saw and made a nice stand for it. Now it's time to do the finishing of it. And in consultation with my artistic director and color consultant, Brenda suggested maybe to put just a few highlights of green on here. And then I think I'm going to take it one step further and just put a dusting of the like the whitewash look up top. So, and then over it all is going to go the boiled linseed oil. So it's either going to be terrific or it's going to look overdone. We'll see. All right, I finished the highlights on the branches. It's all faded away. Doesn't it look completely natural? I'm hoping so. Okay, now I'm just putting a sprinkling of snow. Of course, the snow's coming in from the northwest side, so it's not going to be evenly distributed across the tree. So, and that's the northwest side. So wish me luck. Here we go. What was the name of that painter that was always on public TV that had all the big puffy hair? Bob, you remember, or maybe some of our viewers will remember, he almost put you, just made you relax. Isn't this relaxing? All right, I finished up with the white highlights. Again, snow coming in from the north, and then I've been putting some linseed oil on it, and it's already on most of it. But I like it because it helps blend in the colors a little, and I actually put it on before it's completely dry. So it's going to protect the wood here, and I think I like the look of it blending in. Pretty nice. So, does it look good?
I think it looks beautiful.
I just didn't want to overdo it, but who knows?
I think it's just perfect.
All right, so on to the next project. I have to paint the little Christmas tree yet. All right, the little tree's coming on good. Just using some leftover paint that Brenda had from the house. I don't know, what room was that, Brenda?
That's actually from the fireplace in the family room.
There you go. And you know what's amazing? Because it's only about like 38 degrees out here. This paint's recommended to dry in much warmer weather, but it's doing okay. The primer went on and it dried in normal time, so I'm hoping that the finish coats will do the same too. I think I'm just going to let this one go with green and not do anything else crazy with it. So what do you think?
I think I like it.
All right, let's see how it goes. All right, hey, we're making progress. Now we're working on the next project. I'm making 2 Christmas balls, one of them 36 inches, the other one 30. And I think they're going to be 2 different colors, a red and green. I think that's what my color consultant wants, right?
Anything 2 different colors, I'm good with that.
All right. So what I've done is just rough cut them, and they're on the floor here now. And basically this is all the old wood that was on the floor of the barn. And I'm going to place them in such a way that there's about an inch gap between each, and it's going to give a nice effect with a horizontal. And then Brenda's going to decorate it up with some, you know, boughs of holly or
Boughs of something.
Okay. Well, that's out of my department, but I'm sure it's going to look great. So all I have to do is attach all the pieces of wood with 2 supports in the back, and then I'm going to get a string and a pencil, draw a nice circle, and get the jigsaw out and cut it up. So let's go. All right, I finished the rough cut. Now I have to put it through the sander all the way around to clean it up. And I'm going to put 1 coat of paint on it tonight. Tomorrow, we have the fun because we're going to do a little metal work. We have to put the little top on it and the wire loop that you use to hang them on the Christmas tree. And then I think we're going to be in great shape. You're going to want to stick around and see what they look like on the porch. Hey, we had a little snowstorm last night. I need to get out and plow. It's only a couple inches, but it should be fun today. But before I do that, I need to finish our outside Christmas decorations. Not just because it's Christmas, but because today's Tuesday and the video goes out on Thursday. Anyway, I finished this first one here. I think it looks pretty nice with the cap on the top, and it even has, you know, the wire to hold it in place. I'm going to show you how I did it here. Let me put this one aside. I designed these with the support straps going up the back, and I'm going to have 1 extra that goes long. I'm going to support it on the back, and this is the piece that is going to support the aluminum. Now this is just a leftover dryer vent. It's very lightweight. I can cut it with scissors, but it does the job. And I'm going to sandwich this piece of wire that's going to hold the whole decoration in place. I cut holes here, and the wire is going to go through this board, and I'll bend it on the end so it'll be very strong. Now, being a farm, I happen to have extra 12.5 gauge high tensile strength wire, which is used for the electric fence. So it's going to make a terrific holder for this. So now all I have to do is put it together and screw it onto the decoration and wrap it with the aluminum, and the project will be finished. I can't wait to put them out on the porch, see how they look.
Well, it's starting to look like Christmas at the Wardenberg family farm.
It sure is. It's great that we had a snowstorm today. It was just a little storm. We had only 2 or 3 inches. But
just enough to make it white and pretty and Christmassy looking.
Yeah. So you did a great job decorating in the house.
Yeah, everything's up, everything's in place. It feels good, and it looks so nice.
And as you know, watching the video, I was out in the shop with no heat. But it turned out great. I was really happy with the outcome.
I like all the pieces.
Yeah, and even better than that, I didn't spend any money.
It was all with old wood in the barn.
Yeah, just repurposed things. So I'm really curious to see the folks, you know, made the trees. I think everybody will like the presents.
Oh, yeah.
But some people may like the old tree, you know, with a little bit of snow on it.
And the funky lines.
And some people are going to say, that's a stretch too far. It looks kind of, I don't know. But some may like the clean lines and nice paint, new paint of the Christmas tree that's the door. So,
or the snow, or the Christmas ornaments. You know, they're pretty cool. They turned out really cool, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, let me know which ones you like. And I don't have any design or cut sheets or anything. Yeah. They just kind of...
He kind of designs them as he goes. And they always turn out amazing. Always.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks for coming along as we did some new Christmas decor for the porch for no money. And we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.